Amazing new mind power secret. Almost all mind power books say that one has to visualize in order to get results. But for me, and I dare say many of my friends/readers, visualizing is extremely difficult. All I can summon up in my imagination is a vague picture, lacking vivid color and depth, lasting for no more than a second or two. This left me very frustrated, and I was close to giving up mind power altogether when I hit upon the idea which I will explain to you in a moment. A friend of mine whose hobby was expensive hi-fi equipment had been saving for a certain component costing just over $800. He had saved about $500 when, alas, he damaged his car. He was only insured for third-party, fire, and theft, so he had to foot the bill for the damage, which left him with only $25. I thought that this would be a good opportunity for testing my idea. He followed my instructions faithfully, and within 1 month he had the component in his bedroom. It happened that he won a competition in a magazine which gave a first prize of $1,000 worth of hi-fi of your choice from a large hi-fi shop in London. This was the first time my friend, who frequently enters such competitions, had won anything. The results from this first test made me very excited, so I decided to try a second experiment with another friend of mine. He wanted a girlfriend, but he wouldn't settle for any girl, he wanted a particular girl. For this reason it cost him a few pounds to have a photograph of her, which he took secretly, enlarged. This delayed the result of the experiment by a couple of weeks, but had he not been so particular it would have happened more quickly, because any picture of a woman with similar features to what his ideal woman looked like would have brought results. He got his girl in 5 weeks. He did not have to try, she came to him. Since these experiments with my friends I have enjoyed very satisfactory results from using the same idea for myself. I have always wanted to play the guitar and have tried many times, but with no success. In the past 6 months I have progressed more than I ever thought possible, and can now even play solos and lead breaks. I have also just ordered my first brand new car for delivery when the new registration comes out. It is costing over $7,000, for which I don't need a loan. I can pay cash, which I think is not bad as I have only just turned 21 years of age. I seem to be receiving money from all sorts of unexpected sources, and I believe it is all down to the mind power idea I am about to reveal to you. The idea came to me after reading about the use of subliminal advertising in cinemas in the 1950s, I think it was. A frame of the film being shown would every so often contain the name of a brand of drink, but the name would not be perceived by the viewer's consciousness. It was however noted by the subconscious mind, with the result that people would automatically seek out the brand name drink in question, having no idea that they had been influenced to do this by the film they saw. Eventually this form of advertising was made illegal. I experienced what must have been a similar, if less subtle, technique when I saw a video of the film The Exorcist. Every so often a leering demonic face would appear for a split second or so, and to this day, try as I might, I cannot forget it. I saw the film again the other day and it wasn't in it, so I think they must have stopped putting it in. Now here is my mind power idea. I will use an example of money, which is what everybody wants. If you want $1,000, write this amount on a large sheet of paper. Write in big, clear print. Now stick this paper on the wall facing your bed. The next thing you need is a flashlight, preferably one with a straightforward on/off switch, not one of those where you have to press the button once for on and again for off. This type is too slow. Next you need an alarm clock, which you should set off at a time when you know you will be in deep sleep and when it will be pitch black in darkness. Keep your flashlight within arm's reach of your bed, and when the alarm clock goes off, stop it and immediately grab the flashlight. Now, looking towards where you stuck your sheet of paper, flash the flashlight at it 3 times, allowing 1 or 2 seconds between each time. When this is done, return to sleep and do not think further about the money you want. 3. If you desire a new car, get a large picture of the car you want and write over it "my car" and stick this on the wall. If you want a girl or boyfriend, do as my friend did, or the other way I mentioned if you do not desire a particular person. There is no end to the objectives to which my idea can be applied. Just write your desire on a sheet of paper or use a large picture of what you want and stick it to the wall. The instructions are the same no matter what the nature of your aim. You should aim for just one thing at a time until your aim is accomplished. Then you can begin something else. Follow my instructions until your aim is accomplished. Then you can start something else. Follow my instructions every night until you get a result. Results may take days, weeks, or even months in some cases, so please be patient. It has worked for me. It has worked for others. It can work for you. For those who find it hard to visualize, this novel mind power method must be a fantastic idea. And nothing could be simpler. But for some of you there may be one distinct hindrance to this application, the use of an alarm clock in the middle of the night. This obviously presents a problem to anyone who sleeps in the same room as another. The point of using an alarm clock is to arouse one from deepest slumber, that moment of awakening when the subconscious mind is particularly receptive to for any impression it receives. But the subconscious is just as acutely receptive when one awakens in the dead of night to answer nature's call. So at that time one can use the flashlight light on the wall, as suggested. For the individual who sleeps the whole night without interruption, an alternative idea might be to look at the wall as soon as one awakes, close eyes for a second or two, look again, and then repeat twice. After the third time, close eyes for a few minutes and do not think of what you looked at on the wall. Then, providing you haven't fallen asleep again, get up and begin your day. For those unfamiliar with the word, the subconscious is that part of our mind of which we are not aware. It is that hidden area of the mind which controls our feelings and actions, and indeed is far more powerful than our conscious mind, that area of mind of which we are aware, and with which we think and reason. Whilst many writers appear to disagree on the most effective way of exploiting the potential power of the mind, they all seem to agree on one central point, that it is the subconscious mind and not the conscious mind which holds the key to turning wishes into realities. How and why this is so is really not known, although many have put forward explanations. But it suffices to say that if the subconscious can turn our dreams into realities, then we should make use of its power and enjoy the benefits, and leave the explanations to the experts. The subconscious, whilst being more powerful than its limited conscious counterpart, is not able to help you without your specific instruction. It has to be told that you want so and so. And the way to instruct it is through simple words and images. The subconscious does not respond to, nor understand, long words or complicated instructions. This is why I regard this system both valuable and potent. 5. The uses to which this novel system can be applied are virtually limitless: acquiring or improving skills, receiving solutions to problems, influencing other people, self-improvement, improving your memory, reading faster. The realization of almost any objective. The subconscious can do anything for you. No kidding. The author doesn't provide specific instructions for each of the so many objectives which could be realized through his system, but it is obvious, based on what he has written, that if one seeks more confidence, one would put on the wall something like "I am more confident" or "I am confident and self-assured," or place on the wall a picture of someone who represents your idea of possessing great self-confidence. Your subconscious will then take it that you want to be like this person. This idea can be adapted, changed, or altered to fit the needs of each individual reader. But the principle remains the same: awake in the night or morning and glance at the script or picture on the wall. Nothing could be simpler, and I am certain that at least some readers will derive great benefits. End.